Hello and welcome to a vlog from Oulton Park, and this video is for anyone that's never done a track day before. So if you were thinking about doing a track day, then I suggest you watch this. Welcome to Jordan Morrison Racing. I love cars, motorbikes, anything with an engine. How do you guys? Welcome to Oulton Park, and I'm here today on a track day. This video is for a lot of the viewers that are contemplating or thinking about doing their first track day. When you say track day, you'd probably be thinking, well, we're in a race car or we're in something that's specific for track. We're not. We're in a road car. And that's why I've done this video, because you can turn up in your road car and jump on this circuit all day long. But I'm here with my mate Dan, and we're here in his Mondeo ST 220. Now this is his family car, and I think this track day with MSVT only come in at £100. We're on track from 9 o'clock all the way till about 4:30 today. So we've been turning up to Oulton Park, we've got signing on, we've got a briefing, then we've got sighting laps, and then we jump out onto the track. And for me, jumping on a track day is so much cheaper than getting a speeding ticket. Now, what you're looking at a speeding ticket these days, 60 quid upwards, maybe 100 quid. So we're gonna go around, see what's happening, and yeah, jump on track. So let's go for it. We've got our helmet. That sounds horrendous. Basically got our fuel, helmet, driving license. We are ready to go on circuit. But also another tip, especially if you are using your road car, it's 100% worth taping up the reg plates. The reason for taping up the reg plates is that basically you are not insured on a racetrack. So if you crash your car, insurance will not cover you at all. We've got our helmet, which is ready for the track day. But not only that, is the car ready? So first of all, we'd make sure that our tyres are in good condition and that the pressures are ready for circuit. And we've got our towing eye fitted. Now the reason for the towing eye is self-explanatory, but for those that don't know, yeah, if we come off and the bumper gets all ripped to shreds, that towing eye should stay in, and therefore we can be recovered. The last thing you want to do is be looking for your towing eye or the recovery truck actually looking for somewhere to strap to recover your car. Everyone else in the pits will be waiting because the track day would have been stopped, so it's worth always having the towing eye in. We have a novice sticker. Now the reason for the novice sticker is that other drivers are aware that this is our first track day. So when you are turning up for your first track day, there's no reason to be nervous, scared, because other drivers will be aware that this is your first time on track, and they will definitely watch out for you. Last thing to do is to sign a form, and that's just after the briefing. And the form is that you accept any risk, death or injury to yourself. So we are now sat in the car ready for our first lap of Oulton Park. And with Dan, he's come down in his ST 220, and this will be the first time that he's actually been on track in this car, so it'll be quite interesting. But what we're going out for first is the sighting laps. So prior to that, we've had the debrief, basically going through flags, what the current conditions are. Obviously you can see it's quite wet today. But not only that, we've then signed on. We've got these two, so you can't get on the track without them. And we've also gained a novice sticker as well, so other drivers are aware of us. There'll be a pace car with an instructor, and that'll basically be giving us an indication of where to set ourselves up. If you've never been on a circuit, it's very difficult to realise whereabouts you should be. Tracks are quite wide, and it's like, am I on the left, am I on the right? I don't have a clue. So the pace car will give us an indication, and we'll follow his lines, and that will then help us progress to get quicker and quicker as the day goes on. So what you can see in front, we've got lovely Janetta, and then we've got the pace car with his hazard lights in front of us. And as we're going round now, we've got marshals on each post, cones, and that's indication of turning points, apexes, etc. And what we're aiming for is to hit them cones to give us an idea of where to actually be on the circuit. Now on a track day, you can only overtake on the left in the UK. So whenever we've got a quicker driver coming up, we'll move to the right. In the briefing, he explains stuff as well, such as you can only overtake on the straights, you can't overtake into corners, coming out of bends, and this is just for everyone else's safety. Driving on a track is totally different from a spirited drive on a country road, and we're going to experience all this today on Dan's first track day in his Mondeo ST 220, which as it stands is a standard car. We've got standard discs on there, standard tyres, standard brakes, nothing fancy, standard suspension. And this is the beauty of track days, is we've turned up in this family car, which is actually a really nice powered car, around 220 brake, and we're going to be taking it around the track. But the beauty of this is that tomorrow he can take the kids out in it or go and do a food shop, and this is the flexibility of track days. You don't have to turn up in a race car, and what we're trying to achieve today is becoming a quicker driver. I've always said one of the best mods that you can do to your car, especially on a track day, is tuition. And the reason why is you will learn so much through tuition. Track days aren't about just going fast in a straight line. So we're about to jump out in Dan's car, who he's very kindly lent me for the day. Now turning up on a track day, most important, lids, okay? If you're in a full car like this, always have an open face helmet at least. If you're in the open top cars like your MX-5s, your Caterhams, you have to wear a full face helmet. So we're about to jump on track now, and two things that the marshals will check before you get on track is number one, that you've attended and paid for this track day. And number two, that you've actually had your safety briefing. So we're now driving through to the entrance of the circuit. The marshals will come, he's give us a thumbs up, he's give us a right to go, and that's it. It's all on you now. You've got to be wary of other drivers, but also concentrate on yourself. That is the most important. So use your mirrors, yeah? Even though we're on a track day, still treat it similar to a road, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of quicker cars coming up behind you. So as we're coming out onto the track, we can see a yellow cone to the left. We're going to fade out a bit. And we're coming up to a straight here. And as you can see, there's a board now to the left that's indicating that we've got a left-hand bend. And we've also got another cone, and this is indicating our turning point. So we'll turn, we'll then hit the apex here, and then we've got another board that's indicating a U-turn. So as you can see, I've got my yellow cone in front of me again. So I'll turn, hit that cone, and out to the left. Now I've got a quicker car that's up behind me. So eventually, if I stayed in this without letting this car behind me, what would happen was a blue flag would then show to indicate, let this person pass. So I'm going to indicate to the right now, because you can only overtake on the left on a track day. And I'm going to let this car pass me. It's really important that when you're on your first track day, it's always worth having some mechanical sympathy for the car. At the end of the day, the car's working extremely hard, and you can work the car hard, but to be honest, you don't have to. So you don't have to be redlining the car, you don't have to be stamping on the brakes. You've just got to drive it smoothly. Make sure that you let the car warm up properly, but not only that, when you have been hammering it on the track and pushing it, it's always worth doing a cooling down lap. And the reason for that is you're getting air into the intake, air into the brakes, and that will then cool down so that you can get back out for another session. Now when we come off a track, one important bit of information which is definitely worth knowing is that basically your brakes are going to be baking hot, And the first thing you will do is you will come off the track and you will put your handbrake on. Okay, so when you're coming off circuit, do not put your handbrake on. And the reason why is the brakes will actually melt to the discs. Okay, so when you come off, stick the car somewhere so it's not gonna roll, okay? And just leave it, let it cool down naturally, turn the engine off if you want to, open up the bonnet, all things that will aid you to get back on track as soon as possible again. So we've been given a blue flag, and what that's indicating is that we're quicker than the car in front. So we can now pass. Is this all right for you, Dan?
Yeah.
Dan's being very trusting, leaving me with his car. Now, not at one point am I nervous or I'm thinking the car's gonna crash or it's getting out of control. And it's always worthwhile being on circuit to drive within your limits. Even if there is a quicker car behind you or in front of you, do not concentrate on that vehicle, concentrate on your own driving. And I can't stress that enough, because that is when you will make mistakes. So that's it for the end of the day. We've had a great day, and I think for anyone else that's thinking about going on their first track day, I 100% recommend you go and do it. There'll be lots of people there to help, support you, give you advice, and also you can pay for tuition as well, so you can't go wrong. Drive within your limits, make sure that your car is safe to go on circuit, and also make sure your car is safe to go back on the road once you've done. But either way, it's all about having fun. We've had a great day today, no issues, and we'll be definitely doing another one in the future.